Hello guys and welcome to my virtual world post-January 2024 Banlist deck profile. I recently brought this deck to one of my university's Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and I did pretty well with it topping an event. So I thought I'd bring it into attention. Virtual World has been my favorite deck for a very long time, or rather one of my favorites. Therefore, I was trying to innovate and finally had a good reason to bring out probably honestly one of a more rogue deck. So starting off, we'll move with our main deck. Our main deck lineup is actually extremely standard. So we're running, as per usual, 3 Lalo, 3 Lily, 3 Lulu, 3 Gigi, and 2 Nyan. These are standard ratios, and I wouldn't ever really change them. The only ones that have been subject to change is you bump down one copy of Lalo and one copy of Nyan. However, with the post-ban list like format, I realized Pot of Desires has finally come back to 3. So this is actually honestly a much better version to play because Pot of Desires provides so much value for this deck. Although, unfortunately, I could not find my Zolkin package before this tournament, but if I were to play it, Pot of Desires is even better because you can set it for Zolkin to make Crystal Wing. Now, I would say though, the only reason that you would still play max names is because of Nyanyan's existence. You have to play this card at 2, unfortunately. I would like to play this at 1 because this is like kind of a dead draw. However, with this card, you can also like recycle all of your banished virtual world names back into your deck, which makes Pot of Desires less annoying to deal with. Other than that, I'm not going to really go into depth with it. Better people can explain this to you. Moving on into the main deck, this is also extremely standard. 3 Kowloon, 3 Kinglong, 2 Chucha, and 1 Shunwu. I don't think I have to explain this ratio. This is kind of what you have to play. The only one, as per before, is to cut down is Kinglong. However, even with Kinglong, I would recommend you still play it at 3. This represents also a board breaker. With a lot of the version I'm building, or rather playing, this is actually a very good board breaker at that. And actually, once that we get to the side deck, I was testing a lot of text for this event because it's much more casual. This is a much more better card because of the fact that some cards in it actually benefit from Kinglong's existence. So, moving on. Now, I'll just preface this. I know these are not tournament legal due to the fact these are OCG ones. However, as this was a casual, non-OTS sanctioned event, this was a much better, like, I just honestly liked how they looked. And I couldn't find better rarities. So, 1 regular Italy, 2 Korean. And then we have, as per, like, obvious 3 Pot Desires, a crazy advantage engine. There's nothing in the main deck that you don't care about getting banished. And 1 full armored Xyz. You'll see that I'm playing the Xyz armor package in the extra deck. This card is still phenomenal, basically. However, if it does get banished with Pot Desires, it's kind of unfortunate because the entire engine becomes dead. And then 3 Fenrir. I am playing the Barone as well. I still think Fenrir is phenomenal in this deck. I would like to probably cut this down to 2. As it was kind of like an iffy card, but I still like it, so I'm keeping it for now. Next, 3 Ash Blossom, 1 Ghost Ogre, and 3 Imperm. Imperm's still good with the Zolkin package. Ash Blossom's pretty good because, well, it hits basically everything in this format. Ghost Ogre, I still like to have off E-Telly, so I'm just playing it for that fact. Next, we're going to be moving on to the extra deck. As mentioned before, we're playing the Xyz armor package. This is a phenomenal package, I believe, in Virtual World. This also represents the threat of Zeus on the crackback, and it also, like I said, non-targeting attach a card with the effect of full armor Lancer. So I am actually quite excited for the post-Photon, I believe not post-Photon Hypernova, but post-Phantom Nightmare format, where the new full armor Xyz card comes out. Next, 1 T-Fawn, 1 Zeus. Zeus is Zeus. You have to play, especially in Virtual World, where this actually benefits you because you can get rid of Kinglong, Typhon to out an opponent's Zeus. 1 Lars, 1 Wallow rather, and 1 Constellar and 1 Beatrice. This is mostly because I didn't find Zolkin. I would like to cut the Ptolemy for Zolkin or Crystal Wing, and probably Beatrice for the same reasoning. However, I did have a lot more fun because I could play a more standard version of the extra deck. So, do I regret it? Not really, so we'll keep going. Also, well, Wallow can also be cut as well. We're playing 1 Barone. Barone is honestly just because you can sometimes have bad hands. Fenrir and Ghost Ogre, Fenrir and a level 3 Virtual or Fenrir and Ash Blossom can make Barone. 1 Vermilion, and then we have like the standard Virtual World lineup that you have to play Shen Shen, Coral Dragon, Stardust, Charge 1, Juju. As for the extra deck, I would like to bring up the fact that I would like to cut some of these cards here, so I'll just bring it into conversation really quick. As for this format, those cards that are unable to be cut are really, I think, only really these. The rest of these can be cut for a Zolkin package where we play in lieu of these cards. Zolkin, Crystal Wing, Mud Dragon, and either Kaliga or, in my personal opinion, Dragoon. So now moving on to honestly the funnest part of this deck, my side deck. Now, before I show you this, I like to preface that this was for a very casual tournament event, so the side deck was not teched out for any specific matchup. In fact, I ended up playing a lot of like just out of pocket left field decks. So this is just more for fun. One zombie world, right? And then two lightning storm, one duster for the bad matchups. Then one reinforcements of army, and this is where it gets crazy. Ken and Gen combo. Now, before you call me a bit stupid for this, I just like to announce that Gen is phenomenal. Even if you hard draw a Ken, now I like to say to my friends who do end up watching this video, I absolutely loathe like Virtual World King Long and all the other Virtual World cards. I hilariously will tell people that Virtual World is 18 bricks and 22 cards, and all the bricks are the Virtual World names themselves. You just have to draw them in twos, with one card being a spell trap that can be placed in a Virtual World name, which sucks because none of the Virtual World cards are good, and with the new support they got in the rank 9 is so terrible that you don't want to play it. Why Ken and Gen was crazy and I wanted to test this for the longest time is because this, in a deck which doesn't require your normal summon, which is Virtual World, you can normal summon Gen, get Ken on the other field, and then you go, this is card's effect, get rid of, let's say, just for example, you draw two, then you discard King Long from your hand, which is just honestly phenomenal. Next, for the next funny card, um, 3 Rescue Ace Impulse, 1 Fire Hydrant. Exact same logic as the other one, except this needs your opponent to play. I will say this did come up. It was really funny, and because of this, I was able to make Vermilion Dragon Mech. I was able to take game afterwards. Very, 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 very funny card. Now, one of my friends did end up asking me if I would bring this to an actual local, regional, or even YCS event. Honestly, if we get like another virtual gate card that had like a milling effect or some sort of at least better effect, I would be super down to take this to the Toronto regionals and that are happening soon, or even the Niagara ones. But honestly speaking, I am a little sad that this deck did not get as much love as it should have. And then lastly, Necroworld Banshee and Jinzo. A lot of self-explanatory like reasons for that, but thank you for watching my virtual deck profile, and I'd love to hear discussion and comments in the comment section. Yeah, have a nice day.